This is Leo Carlson, alias Victor Thornton, a man on the run, on the last lap of a long flight, a flight that began 20 years ago. And this is the dossier of Leo Carlson, who was pursued by the phantoms of his own childhood. But now those apparitions have been joined by real furies, for Victor Thornton is wanted by both the FBI and the police. That pursuit started a very long way from here, and it started with a decision. On July 27, 1953, representatives of the United Nations and Communist North Korea met in a hastily constructed pagoda of tar paper and straw at Panmunjom to sign a peace treaty to end the Korean War. 12 hours after the lengthy armistice agreement was signed, the fighting in Korea ended. 10 days later, an exchange of prisoners began. United Nations troops held captive for months, even years, were loaded into Russian ambulances and trucks and shipped back to freedom. Of the thousands of American prisoners in Korea, 21 chose not to go through the Freedom Gate. They cast their lot with their captors rather than with their own country. These men were labeled turncoats. Victor Thornton was one of them. Totally lacking in political conviction of any kind, he chose nonetheless to betray his country. For Thornton, it was a way to strike back. Hidden in the Ural Mountains deep in communist territory is an exact replica of an American missile launching center. Its purpose, the training of spies for espionage in the United States. Victor Thornton was an excellent student. For over 5 years, he was trained in all phases of missile technology, electronics, and espionage. Turning his back on the United States hadn't been enough. He sought a stronger kind of vengeance. His society had proven itself false to him. He wanted to help bring it to its knees. Ultimately, he was considered ready. At his final interview, he was given a forged passport and a carefully documented set of references. He was instructed to apply for work at a designated missile plant in Southern California. Once in the plant, Thornton was to secure plans for a particular electronic device that would be identified for him by his American contact. But above all, he had to accomplish his mission quietly and before his forged documents could be discredited. As Thornton left that final meeting, he was handed several letters from his father. His reaction was final proof that whatever roots bound Victor Thornton to his past also guaranteed his ultimate betrayal. He was now ready to go home.